Now, consultative talks on the fresh presidential election between the IEBC, President Kenyatta's representatives, and also Raila Odinga's team collapsed today.
The basis, the introduction of the Election Laws Amendment Bill 2017 and Election Offences Amendment Bill 2017. So what exactly do these bills entail? Gladys Gachanja is here to break it down.
Thanks, Mark and Smriti. I'll try keep the law jargon out of it. Well, first, the Election Laws Amendment Bill 2017 touches on the IEBC Act of 2011. In this amendment, the chair of the electoral body does not have to have a law background. Now, this departs from the previous qualifications that required the IEBC chair to be an advocate of the High Court and with enough qualifications to actually sit as a Supreme Court judge. In the absence of the chairperson for any reason, the vice chair shall assume the duties of the chairperson and exercise the same powers and responsibility. Now, another amendment is that in the absence of the chairperson and vice chairperson, members of a commission shall elect among themselves who can take over and exercise powers bequeathed to the chair and the vice chair. Now, the amendment also addresses the issue of quorum, where the commission can meet and deliberate as long as the number is not less than 3, and this departs from the number 5 that was in the previous election laws. Now, touching on tallying and transmission of results for a presidential election, the IEBC shall electronically and manually transmit the tabulated results to the constituency and national tallying center. Where there is a discrepancy between the electronically transmitted and manually transmitted results, the manually transmitted results shall prevail. Now, the debate on whether or not the ballot papers should all bear the same security features is highlighted in this amendment too. Now, ballot papers used in an election process do not need to all have similar security features as long as the information they bear is not deemed misleading. Now, in a case a presidential election is nullified, which is where we are right now, the IEBC is required to publish a notice within 7 days invalidating the presidential election, publishing names, political parties and candidates to participate in the fresh election. And in a move largely seen to express or address the possibility of boycotting an election by a candidate, well, the amended election laws state that if a candidate withdraws from the election and only one is left, then the remaining candidate will be declared president-elect without any election being held. Now, the Election Offences Amendment Bill 2017 is another bill that was tabled today in Parliament, and it gives direction on how to rein in errant presiding and returning officers. Now, if a presiding or returning officer knowingly fails to sign the documents, knowingly fails to complete the documents, or willingly submits an incomplete document or alters the election document, they will be liable to an imprisonment of up to 5 years and without bail. Well, Mark and Smriti, that's what you have in those 2 amendment bills tabled in Parliament, and we'll sure be following up on them and the discussions on the same. Back to you.